What's up, guys? Welcome to the Johnson Family Kitchen. I want to give you guys a tour, but we're moving in 9 days and it looks awful in here, but I cleared away this corner. So look, what we're going to go over is how to read nutrition labels, okay? This is very important. So we are going to go over the nutrition labels and the different types of nutrition labels, and I'm also going to show you what to focus on and what not to focus on. So, we're going to start with meat. Now first, before we actually go over nutrition labels, I'm going to teach you about expiration dates. Please don't judge me. Things are going to look crazy around here. And we have 1.3 pounds of ground chuck that expired on February 24th. Typically this means don't eat it, okay? But it's here and it's the only meat that I have in the house that actually has a nutrition label on it. So when it comes to meat, all right, let's just ignore it's not very pretty, okay. If we're gonna look at the nutrition facts, we can see that it's gonna give us the calories, okay? It's gonna give us the serving size. So the serving size is 4 ounces, and the calories, there's 280 calories, and then the only other number we care about is the protein, okay? So what we care about is the serving size, the calories, and the protein. Now the nice thing is if you have, since you're using MyFitnessPal or some other tracking app, then all you really need to know is, for one, you got a barcode that you can just scan. But you can also just type it in, and 80-20 ground beef, it's going to come up. It's going to have the right calories and protein. What you need to know is how many serving sizes you had, because if you ate all of this, first of all, you'd be very sick. But if this was not expired and you ate all of this versus if you ate half of it, clearly you'd be consuming a different number of calories, okay? So to figure out serving size for meat requires a little bit of math, okay? So just hang tight, okay? It's math with a little estimation. So here's the deal. We know that there are 1.3 pounds here because it tells me there's 1.3 pounds. That's about 1 1/3 pound of meat. So there's 16 ounces in a pound, 1 1/3 of that, we'll add an extra 5 ounces. This is like 21 ounces, okay, of beef. And the serving size is 4, which means it's basically 21 ounces, divided by 5, it's like, divided by 4 ounces, which is the serving size, it's like 5 point something, okay? So we're just gonna say there's 5 servings. So you can kind of think about mentally dividing this into fifths, and those are your 4-ounce servings, okay? And a quick note about serving size, you don't necessarily have to eat just the serving size. You might eat more, you might eat less, but it's just a way for you to track. So if you end up eating 2 ounces, then you would, when you're putting in MyFitnessPal, you would say you'd have half a serving. If you ate 4 ounces, you would put in 1 serving size. If you did, 6 ounces, you'd do 1.5, etc. Just like that, okay? Meat is the most challenging one. Now, the next I want to talk about are oils that we would cook with. So this is some olive oil. Also very nice. You can scan it, the barcode. But we're going to look at the serving size is 1 tablespoon, and then it's 120 calories per tablespoon. So what we're going to do, you can go ahead and scan that when you've cooked with it. But then you're going to get your tablespoon wherever you can find one. You're gonna get a tablespoon, and if you do the whole tablespoon, say you're cooking with it, okay? You pour a tablespoon in there, you put it in your pan, bam, then you would enter 1 tablespoon, that's 1 serving, okay? If you did, again, you guys can do the math, right? You guys are smart. If you do 2 tablespoons, that's 2 servings, okay? You just look at what is the serving size and how many did I use, okay? The next, this one's interesting. So this would be dry foods like rice and this is rice, big fan of rice, like rice and oatmeal. So notice it says serving size 1/4 cup dry. So this is going to be pre-cooking. And actually, something I should have said about the meat really quick. That's so gross. This is the serving size. This is pre-cooking it. So you're not going to weigh it or anything like that. Use the math that I explained about, just kind of estimating. If you weigh it after you've cooked it, that's just gross on the scale, and it's just a hot mess, okay? So this is dry though, notice that. So, you could have some super fluffy rice or some rice that's, not as fluffy, but and the fluffy rice is gonna take up more space, but it's both, the calorie count's gonna be different on that. So you wanna just go by the dry weight. So basically when you're cooking this, you're gonna say, hey, 1/4 cup, you're gonna go 1/4 cup at a time and base it off of that. And then whatever adding the water and cooking it does to it, it is what it is, okay? Water is 0 calories, so just use the dry measurement, okay? The easiest type, it's often not the most healthy, but The easiest thing is when you're just like, oh, a serving size, it's one slice. So you get one slice of bread and that's one serving, okay? If you get 2 slices of bread, that's 2 servings, and that's how that works, okay? So you also find this with like Oreos. Believe it or not, pass the camera back. Believe it or not, Oreos are 1 serving size is 2. It's a load of crap. But anyway, and it's like 1,000,000 calories for 2. But anyway, so if you see the serving size here, doesn't have one, okay? So no serving size on this. When I'm doing fruit, I'm just gonna put in, I'm just gonna assume it's like one medium banana, okay, or 1 medium apple. If you get a banana and this thing is like this big, or you get an apple and it's like monstrous, you get this little, pea-sized apple that you kind of munch on, looks like it's not even big enough for my toddlers. But then you can start, you can go do large banana, large apple, small apple, small banana. But generally, I just do 1 medium banana, roughly 100 calories. It's in MyFitnessPal, okay? Yeah, so the serving sizes are important, and you can stay there so you don't have to get the rest of the nasty kitchen. But I did want to share with you one of my favorite ice creams. We love ice cream around here, but I did just want to share this. We actually, we were eating a lot of Ben & Jerry's for a long time. It's in the house today. A special treat, but we switched to a different ice cream because it's got a lot fewer calories. Because look, if you notice, Ben & Jerry's, you see, 370 calories, no big deal. Oh, but that's per serving, which is 2/3 of a cup. Oh, and there's 3 servings in a container, which means there's 1,110 calories in 1 container. So it's just something to consider. Serving size is extremely important, okay? Don't go put, oh yeah, I had 1 serving of Ben & Jerry's, and I ate this whole expired meat and I only had 1 serving of beef. It doesn't work like that, okay? So make sure that you are measuring the serving sizes and entering those accurately in MyFitnessPal. Last note, first of all, thank you for watching this far. If you have, you're a champ. You're gonna do really well with this. But make sure your first couple weeks you're actually measuring it, okay? Don't try to eyeball it, don't try to guess, actually measure everything that you can, because that accuracy is gonna serve you very well in this fat loss journey.